next tray, and we should just quickly jump into this because there's not many left to go now. Again, another tree just bought because I'd like to be able to get my hands on as many of the species as possible to learn the characteristics of each tree. This is a hornbeam. Not really much going on with this. There's some of the leaf was looking rather poor, so I've taken that down and taken it out of the nursery pot that you can, well, the nursery container pot, whichever way you want to put it. It came in, and I've re-put it into a bigger training pot just to give it a little bit of room to grow. So the leaves on some of this across this tree were really, or the sapling, were really poor. So they've been trimmed off in the hope of encouraging it to move on a little bit. Not really much to say about that one. It's quite a bare tree at the moment, but we'll see what time brings. This is the other tree, the other palmatum butterfly, that was in one of the previous instalments of this video section, where I'd bought the tree from a garden centre and got it home and discovered that what I thought was a dual trunk system was actually two trees. So I've split them because one tree was interfering with the other and vice versa, so they weren't doing as well as they could be doing together. It took a while to untangle the roots and such, but it wasn't that much of a task. Again, I think you can see there, I think the leaves were getting a little bit frazzled because there was quite a little bit of a period of sunshine where it was really nice. We actually, the only real summer you could actually call it this year we had, and these trees were outside getting as much of the sun as possible. Very, very, very much a case of both the trees were stopping each other getting on and growing, so that's why I split them and put them in their own pots. I think this one's actually now starting to show some signs of growth and coming back on itself and getting stronger, so we're just going to leave that one be for a while and try and encourage these leaves to come back if possible. If not, allow it to sprout some new growth. There's your palmatum, another Japanese acer. Alright, here's one of the traditional English trees, I believe, a hawthorn. Not sure about this one because it depends. I don't think this is ever going to be one of my favourite trees. It's not the type of material I would get excited about working with, but it's one for the collection kind of thing. I think one of the main reasons is it's got some rather nasty spikes on it. Hawthorns usually used for hedging or for purposes of that nature, and there are some rather evil spikes on these things. I think I have memories from being a child that probably put me off this tree, getting stabbed quite vigorously, viciously by these things, trying to climb them and such. However, some very, very nice leaves, and I guess once this has matured up a little bit, that they could be developed excuse me, and could make quite beautiful foliage. I've gone with a little bit of an aggressive style in here because the Zenobari to be shown is actually a little bit of potential later on in this tree's life. A really, really nice root over rock bonsai. There's a very, very big fork in the roots, so you can just see the start of it there and the other parts underneath, and there is a stone there between to keep it nicely separated, which I would try and encourage later on, and put this on a really nice chunk of rock. Let's see where we can go with that one, but that's for a long time away yet. And now for one that's worrying me at the moment. This is a Japanese larch. It's starting to yellow up a little bit, so I think maybe it's either getting too much water or I think it's been overexposed to the sun a little bit, and I don't know, it just doesn't look quite as healthy as it was doing a few weeks ago. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one, I think, and see if it comes around again. but again, another beautiful tree to work with, very, very flexible. Slight root over rock action going on there. Again, because it lends itself so well to it, it'll be going into a semi-cascade or hopefully potentially a full cascade in time, but we'll obviously try and nurse it back to health for now and see where we get with that. But yeah, very, very nice tree. I mean, there's still healthy growth going on by the looks of it. Just the speed that some of these needles have turned to the yellower colour, and it's dropped a fair few over the last few days, so we'll just keep an eye on that and see what we can do with it. But yeah, that's definitely got some real nice shape, and I hope it makes it, because it does look like it could be an interesting project. And finally, for this tray, we have Japanese elm. Very, very different looking from the Chinese elm. The leaves are very, very much long and more serrated, whereas the Chinese variation much smaller, compact leaf structure. They still have the light serrations on them, but not as sharp as this one. Again, gone for the slightly cascading or semi-cascading style, just to branch it over a little bit and give it some room, try and encourage some upwards growth as well, because I wasn't quite sure about making this into an informal upright, or any of those things, but it did lend itself to this because of some of the branch structure on it. But we'll see where we go with that one, see how we get on. For now though, that's that. There are a couple of other trees in the collection that I'm not going to show this time because I just don't have time to go outside and get them. In particular, it's 3 ficus trees. 2 are definitely ginseng. They were bought recently. They're in rather large pots, not even bonsai pots really, to be honest, or training pots. The other one was bought in a bonsai pot, but it's rather overgrown, and I'm just going to let it carry on growing through the winter and then start it as spring rolls round, when hopefully I will probably get into starting these trees off as serious bonsai, because they were bought mid-season, towards the end of summer or whatever. It is a case of there's been little point really getting into the trees and working on their annual cycle of being bonsai, when they can do with the time to recover and just regenerate and get some summer growth on them, ready for their new life as bonsai trees proper, hopefully, from the spring. I hope you've enjoyed the videos or found something useful within them. If not, stick around, and hopefully as more in-depth or technical stuff is introduced, you will find something that will help you or intrigue you or interest you from one man and his bonsai.co.uk. Thanks for watching. Bye now.